Hey Kino, I'm Poria, and nice to meet you. Well, I actually happen to be an English teacher, and I have to take a mock IELTS exam, the next Friday, which is in almost 7 or 8 days. And for that reason, I would like to be able to, schedule a speaking, session with you. I mean, like, as if it's an IELTS, speaking, test or something, just in order to be able to, practice with speaking, part of IELTS with, another teacher. Yeah, it would be great if we could do it in this week because of, the exam I have. And like I said in, my message, I mean, the reason why I'm taking this mock IELTS exam is for me to be able to work in this, institute I'm applying to. They want, for applicants to get, higher than 7. Most people suggest that I'm capable of doing it, obviously. I've been, practicing the different techniques and, related to, taking, the different sections of IELTS, and I think I can do it. I think I'm even capable of doing, better, than 7, at least in some sections of the test. Most people say, but, as far as speaking is concerned, I really have the potential to, do even 8 or higher. But, the thing is, right now, I just want to, it's just a mock IELTS test, not the official test, and where, I'm taking the test, without paying any money. I mean, the test is free for me because I'm applying to the institute, so at least I haven't, paid any money out of my pocket, and so that actually makes me feel less nervous about the whole thing. And the thing is, as far as, writing is concerned, I'm actually working on the writing section. Today I'm going to be finishing the, IELTS task 1. And soon I think I'm going to be able to handle, the writing task 2 videos as well. And I'm definitely going to be sending you, examples of both Task 1 and Task 2. And it'll be wonderful if you could just, tell me what you think and if I could, score 7 or maybe even above. Or if there are certain strategies and approaches I should actually take, which could, lead to a better band score as far as, the writing section is concerned. Well, as for the listening and reading section, I'm okay with the listening section. As far as, the reading section is concerned, I mean, I do get a little nervous, when it comes to answering them. I mean, obviously I've worked, on, each question type on its own, and just like you said, I mean, it's just a matter of finding the answer and watching out for synonym language, and then be able to understand the correct answer based on, the sentence the answer comes from. I mean, it's really that, just like you illustrated in your videos, but the thing is, I mean, I do have to practice, the skills in order to reach a good level. And I just hope to be able to do fine. And there is, another thing I want to talk about. Like, let me first tell you a little bit about my background in English. I mean, well, the thing is, when I was 3 years old, my dad actually enrolled in a PhD program in the UK, so the whole family moved to England. We went to this port called Southampton. Like I said, I was 3 years old, and, we stayed there for 3 years, so I didn't really have to practice, study English. I mean, I was capable of picking up English, after a couple of months of, staying there. Like, I watched a lot of TV, which is normal for a kid, and eventually I found myself being able to, converse in English, and after a year, I even entered school, which, was a really good experience. And after a few years, we returned to my home country, which is Iran. And I have worked, a lot on, my general English, but not in the form of studying, course books. I mean, the majority of my practice has been through, reading, extensively, especially novels. I love reading, pieces of English literature, like, I don't know, Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, Treasure Island, the list goes on and on. I mean, I've read a lot of storybooks. I love, reading storybooks. And, well, I've worked on, IELTS and TOEFL books, and every single day I watch, English TV shows because, especially as far as, speaking is concerned, one has to constantly watch English material in order to be able to maintain a good level of speaking proficiency. And now, here, the thing is, like I said, I have some experience teaching English, and the thing which is, of importance to me is is it possible for someone like me to be able to teach abroad? For instance, like, certain countries of, the Far East, or maybe even like, I don't know, in South America or other regions. Would that be possible? Because the majority of the ads suggest that you have to have a passport from one of the 6 or 7 English-speaking countries, and obviously I don't hold a passport from any of these countries, so I'm not considered a native English speaker, and I personally don't claim such a thing. I mean, there's many stuff that, native speakers can do, but I'm not capable of doing, simply because I don't live in a country where English is the main language. I mean, I don't use English on a daily basis for everything. I mean, I try to, stay in touch with English, but in reality, I mean, I'm not, as good as, native speakers. But I think I really had a great advantage, being able to learn English in England. And, well, as far as, teaching in my home country is concerned, I mean, well, usually when I attend interviews, I mean, well, the interviewer is, quite impressed, but, I really would love to be able to experience teaching abroad as well, especially, like, in countries like Japan, China, or, Brazil, and other countries. And the thing is, I was wondering if, getting a SOTA certificate would be of any help to my situation, because obviously I don't have one, and if a SOTA costs a lot. I mean, honestly, with, the amount of salary I get paid, it's going to be real hard for me to save up enough for a SOTA, course. I mean, in most, SOTA centers, I think, the normal cost is like, I don't know, $1,500 or $1,600, and in here, I mean, people are English teachers get paid like, I don't know, maybe like $100 per month, or maybe like $200 per month. I mean, that is how they get paid, so it's really hard for me to, save up for such a course, and it's going to take a couple of years, I guess. But the thing is, I mean, I know at least in my home country it's going to, spice up my resume, like crazy. So, yeah. So, this is, a topic I'm really interested in. I mean, maybe based on my level of English, you might say, oh, you know what, you're no good for teaching abroad, or, stuff like that. Or maybe at least institutes might think like that. I mean, institutes in, the countries that I'm interested in. I don't know, I mean, but I can sure use your brains. So, yeah. First of all, I would like to get some feedback on, the tasks I've been doing related to IELTS, and I would really love to be able to, schedule an appointment with you for a IELTS, speaking exam. Yeah. and I'm definitely going to be sending you some sample writings, both from, IELTS Task 1 and 2. And it'll be wonderful if you could, just help me out with those. And aside from, the IELTS related stuff, I would really love to hear from you as far as, teaching abroad is concerned. Because, it's been something that has been, going on my mind for so long a time. As a matter of fact, like it's been a great many years that I've found myself thinking about teaching itself. Eventually, I actually did a teacher training course in some institute and started teaching. But ever since I started teaching, the thought of, going abroad, to other regions and, having students from those regions has been, sort of, haunting me in a way. I just can't stop thinking about it. It's an experience I would love to have, not just in order to, experience, the different cultures. No, I really like to be able to have, students from other nationalities, nationalities other than, Iranians. So, yeah. Well, I just look forward to your response, and thank you for your time. Bye.